starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 at 5. I'm Dan Hagan. Before the turkey, potatoes, and pie, runners and walkers took to the streets of Rhinelander this morning. About 75 participants got an early start to the holiday for the 4th annual Rhinelander Turkey Trot. The money raised from the event goes right back into the community.
This is a very community-oriented event. You know, the sponsors are local, the runners are local, the money stays local. So everything that we get, we put right back into the community.
In past years, there was snow on the ground, but with better weather this year, a larger group of people showed up to this growing event.
It's the perfect time of year to, think about those that maybe don't have everything that you have, or those that are less fortunate, and help out those, especially in our area. So that's what this is about.
St. Mark Lutheran Church was the start and end point of the race, which allowed a warm location for runners to gather. Drew Boulder of Tomahawk took first overall place with a time of 16 minutes and 52 seconds. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now. Jeff, a snowy Thanksgiving out there.
Yeah, hey Dan, happy Thanksgiving. And the light snow and flurries out there today did not really amount to much at all, as you know. Those are pulling out of here as we speak, but clear skies are moving in. And you know what that means, right? Cold night ahead for us. In fact, we're going to have low temperatures down near 1, 2, or 3 degrees by tomorrow morning. Right now we're at 17 in Rhinelander, also for Antigo, 18 for Mosinee. So it's already cold, getting even colder as that front has gone through. The cold air is settling over us, but we will get a break in the action tomorrow, followed by some snow is back in the forecast on Saturday. Not a big snow. We're talking a 1 to 3 inch snowfall across the area on Saturday. Courtesy of this system right there, will move just like this on Saturday and bring us some snow across northern Wisconsin then. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is decreasing clouds and just cold. I know your eye goes right there. A low temperature down near 2. Your full forecast is coming up. Dan?
Park Falls Mayor Michael Boblick says that much of the city's paper mills equipment has been auctioned off. Boblick says the liquidation process will last at least 2 years and that some of the buildings there will likely be back in use during the liquidation process. Boblick adds he will personally work to collect historic items and paperwork from the mill so that they're preserved for the future. The city had been hoping to get state funding or help to restart the mill, but we know that will not be happening. With Thanksgiving nearly over, a familiar sound will fill the air outside some stores. Shifts for Salvation Army bell ringing have already started, and what's neat about this annual tradition is that the money raised at local kettles will stay in local communities. For example, in Rhinelander, 87% of the money raised will help community members with rent, heat, utilities, and other basic needs. Bell ringing shifts are available all over the Northwoods in Antigo, Eagle River, Rhinelander, Tomahawk, Merrill, and Minocqua. The easiest way to sign up is by going to registertoring.com, and not only will you raise money, but you'll spread some holiday cheer as well. For many on Thanksgiving, food is the central part of the holiday. Well, a church near Merrill wanted to make sure people had a full Thanksgiving. St. Paul's Lutheran Church held their 11th annual Thanksgiving free meal program. Church President Joe Schuffelbein says it's important for congregations to serve people in need, even on holidays.
It's what a church can do for people. It shouldn't be all the time when we have our hands out and want something from the community. This was started 11 years ago because we felt as though we needed to give back to the church and the community.
He also said the entire church community should be proud of what they've accomplished in making sure those who cannot cook on Thanksgiving have somewhere to turn.
Everybody in the community should walk away with a feeling that A, either we helped them, or B, they helped us, or C, we helped them and they helped us, because we've got the push and pull there too. So it's really a good feeling for everybody, I think.
St. Paul's Lutheran Church provided 1 meal per person, including the typical Thanksgiving essentials like turkey, mashed potatoes, and cranberries. About 1 in 3 Americans report they've fallen victim to a phone scam. And around Black Friday is a popular time for scammers to strike. Impersonating big brands like Amazon, Target, and Walmart near shopping season is common. Jeff Kirsten with the Wisconsin Bureau of Consumer Protection says the easiest thing for folks to do is just not pick up the phone if you don't recognize the number. But if you do pick up, be wary of a scammer.
If you don't have caller ID and you answer the phone, as soon as you hear that it's a scam phone call, the best advice is to just immediately hang up.
If the caller asks for money to be wired or to buy gift cards, that is surely a scam. Kirsten says many smartphones nowadays have an option to only allow calls from people in your contacts list.
You can go to the phone app on your phone into the settings, and you can set it up so that only calls that are in your contact list will ring through to your phone. Everything else will go right to voicemail without even ringing.
Keep in mind, if you do that, you could miss important phone calls, though someone who needs to get a hold of you will likely leave a message. In wake of the Waukesha Christmas Parade tragedy, a new trauma hotline has been unveiled by the Children's Hospital in Milwaukee. The hospital said the hotline has received many calls, including about how to talk to children about what happened and if how they're feeling is normal. The tragedy last weekend had more than 6 deaths and has more than 60 injuries associated with it. A mother and daughter who were struck during the parade remain in the hospital with serious injuries. The Perez family says their mother, Romelia, will need a wheelchair to get around. But thanks to a local contractor, she won't have to worry about how to get into her own home. TMJ4's Ben Jordan has the details.
This Waukesha construction crew makes a living building things like wheelchair ramps. But this project isn't ordinary work, rather a labor of love.
Yeah, it came together with, the frustration being a resident.
Brock Held says the feeling of frustration from the Waukesha Christmas Parade fueled his desire to lend a hand.
Doing what I do for a living, working for myself, I have a little bit more freedom to step away.
He posted on Facebook volunteering his services to help injured victims who won't be able to get in and out of their homes on their own 2 feet. Sadly, some will be returning in a wheelchair, like Romelia Perez.
She needs multiple surgeries. I know 2 days ago she got her surgery from her pelvic, and then today they're going to be doing another surgery on her wrist and on her leg.
Myra Diaz says her Aunt Romelia and cousin Camilla were walking in the parade with Waukesha's Catholic community when they were struck. 11-year-old Camilla was rushed to Children's Hospital, where she remains in the intensive care unit with leg and head injuries. Her mother, Romelia, is also in the hospital with a fractured pelvis, lower spine, and leg. Doctors say she will need a wheelchair once she's discharged from hospital care. Brock says he got a call from the family asking for help building a wheelchair ramp as the stairs up to the front door would create a challenge. The first of many Brock plans to complete free of charge.
If I can do this and have people help me do this, not only can we do one, which I originally planned on doing, but now we can do them all.
Myra says her aunt has yet to learn that a Good Samaritan is currently working to make her life a little easier, but her whole family is grateful for the generous gift in a time of great need.
It shows us that as Waukesha, we can come together as a community and still do good things for the people who got hurt in the parade.
A neat story. Well, for the hunters out there, bagging that buck may seem important, but it shouldn't be your top priority. After the break, Morgan Johnson will join us to tell what should be your top priority, and that's after weather with Jeff right here on Newswatch 12.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
Beat the clock to the biggest Black Friday mattress sale ever at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Doors open at 8 a.m. Friday. Save up to 65% off doorbusters and special buys. Plus no interest financing for up to 5 years on luxury brands at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Ah, the joys of online ordering. You never have to leave the comforts of your home.
Right? And our go-to is Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Really?
You betcha. Got this bag delivered yesterday.
Oh, and they're sporting goods.
Awesome.
They've got all that?
When I need workwear, I know where I'm headed.
They've got kitchen gadgets,
hunting gear,
canning
cookware,
supplies,
tools,
decor, pet toys,
lanterns.
Wow, I can't believe they have all that. It's all here at farmandfleet.com. Just a convenient click away.
Toys.
Find quality products
all online
at farmandfleet.com.
Well said.
It's here. Our hearty and homestyle menu is back, starting at just $8.99. Enjoy our classic pot roast dinner, pot roast stroganoff, fajita breakfast quesadilla, and more. And treat the family to a delicious fresh-baked pie from Perkins Holiday Bake Shop. Take one home or order online at perkinstogo.com.
You know what I'm going to miss most about space?
What's that?
How easy it is to keep up my saving habit. There's nothing to buy up here.
We're making it easier to save on Earth, too. When you open a savings builder account at BMO Harris, you can get a cash reward for every month you save.
Anything to help launch my savings?
Sure. When you open a checking account, we'll give you $200 to kickstart your savings progress.
$200 and a monthly savings reward.
It's a way to save that won't weigh you down. It's a little space humor.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Beat the clock to the biggest Black Friday mattress sale ever at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Doors open at 8 a.m. Friday. Save up to 65% off doorbusters and special buys. Plus no interest financing for up to 5 years on luxury brands at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Welcome back, my friends. Happy Thanksgiving to you. All right, some light snow showers out there earlier, an inch or two of snow across parts of the area. That went away. Now it's going to be a cold night ahead. We're talking about low temperatures down near 1, 2, or 3 degrees by tomorrow morning. Right now we're at 17 in Rhinelander, 18 Mosinee, 15 for Phillips. So it's already cold, you know it, but clear skies will break out tonight for a couple hours. That will allow these temperatures to drop even further into the single digits as there's just lots of cold air to go around. Right now International Falls is at 8, so that's the air kind of moving our direction for tonight and for tomorrow before we get back into the 30s over the weekend. In fact, here's that trend, maybe 30 tomorrow for a few of you across central Wisconsin. And then look, we're back in the 30s, so the average high is about 35. We're going to do that probably on Monday, then again on Thursday. So overall, though, temperatures hanging out near average the next 7 to 10 days around here. After tonight, tonight's a cold one, right, with low temperatures down near 0, a northwest wind around 10 miles per hour. That's going to give us feel-like or wind chill temperatures by tomorrow morning around 10 to 15 below 0. But then we're going to get some snow around here. I know, I haven't said that very much at all this season. A little clipper is going to come by on Saturday. So not tomorrow, but Saturday. It's going to make a path just like that. And these things are very predictable. They always dump a little bit of snow. And we are in that spot. We'll get some snow across the area on Saturday afternoon. But for now, the snow this morning is pulling out of here. See you later. Behind it, the clouds are falling apart. That's bad news for temperatures. And then we'll get clear skies for several hours tonight. And there will be some sunshine across the area tomorrow with this break in the cloud cover between systems. But this is our next one. It's right there, and it doesn't have a lot going for it yet, but it will begin to tomorrow as it picks up steam and moves our direction for later on Saturday. And there's some moisture in there already. It'll tap into more moisture tomorrow. So get ready. A little bit of snow back in the action on Saturday. Not a big deal. We're talking maybe a 1 to 3 inch snowfall across northern parts of Wisconsin, generally along and north of Highway 10. But the roads are going to be cold. Temperatures, of course, tonight near 0. So whatever falls will stick, leading to travel difficulties most likely on Saturday afternoon. Our forecast, though, tonight, though, is lots of partly cloudy skies across the area. I know, at 2 degrees is the forecast low, with feel-like temperatures down near 15 below 0 by tomorrow morning. All right, for tomorrow, A, it's Friday. B, warmer, right? High temperatures near 29 tomorrow. A couple of you are going to do 30 under mostly cloudy skies through the afternoon. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows that snow in the forecast for us on Saturday. Again, a 1 to 3 inch snowfall Saturday, a break in the action Sunday, followed by another little system getting in here on Monday. That could be another 1 or 2 inch snowfall again before temperatures hang out in the 30s through much of next week. Dan?
We're 6 days into Wisconsin's 170th gun deer season, and while many hunters are excited about their trophy and freshly frozen venison, others are still anxiously awaiting that buck. But as Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson tells us, now is not the time to take your sights off something else.
Dan, people are seeing more blaze orange and hearing more gunshots this time of year. If you're a hunter, you've likely already been out in the stand. And no matter if you're a hunter or not, it's important to keep one thing at the front of mind. About 500,000 people have taken to the woods in Wisconsin, hoping for a big one.
This is a pretty cool thing to everyone experiencing the same thing together.
Kurt Rollman, a Wisconsin DNR wildlife biologist, anticipates the hunt every year.
Just being a part of that and being part of the Wisconsin culture and something that, I mean, a good percentage of people will be participating in is something that I look forward to every year.
Rollman is also a hunter himself, so he knows the most important thing to remember. And it's not making sure you get the biggest buck. It's safety, and numbers have already proven it. In the 2020 deer hunt, there were 9 injuries and 1 death from firearms. So far this season, the DNR has reported 3 firearm incidents opening weekend. On Tuesday, 1 man in Iron County died from accidentally discharging a firearm. Rollman reminds hunters and all gun owners of the acronym TAB-K.
Treat every firearm like it's loaded, so the T, always point the muzzle in a safe direction. The A, the B, be sure of your target and what is beyond your target. And then the K, keep your finger outside the trigger until you're ready to shoot.
Whether you bag a buck or not, Rollman says there are more important things like safety and doing something you feel passionate about.
Obviously, it's great to have that success finding a deer, and a lot of people will, but some people unfortunately won't. You are outside, so even if you're not seeing deer, you should be seeing some wildlife, and just the time to relax and take away from it, especially after the last year or 2 that we've had. It's a welcome time away, I feel.
The most common form of injury is actually falling out of deer stands. The DNR predicts half of all hunters will fall out of their deer stand in their life. Dan?
Thanks, Morgan. At least one Northwoods community will be thinking Christmas tomorrow. Boulder Junction will host its 33rd annual Christmas walk. The event will be downtown 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. There will be horse-drawn wagon rides around downtown. At 4 p.m., there will be a Friends of the Library cookie walk. Santa and Mrs. Claus will make an appearance. They're going to arrive at 4:15. Christmas tree lighting and caroling start at 5, and shops will be open until 8. Cabaret Cove in Rhinelander will be hosting a Christmas craft show of their own on Saturday. About 20 local vendors will be there with crafts such as wood carvings, weavings, and paintings. There will be a baker there as well. Cabaret Cove will serve food and drink. The craft fair is this Saturday, 9 to 4. But before we get into Christmas, let's focus on Thanksgiving for a minute and maybe separate some fact from fiction. After these messages, we'll break down the history of this American holiday, including the first Thanksgiving that never was. We'll be right back.
One of our biggest sales of the year, the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Get huge savings on our already low prices, up to 50% off. Plus, see what's new, what's in stock, and save 25% on our great accessories.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Christine Alfery is offering 2 limited edition signed coffee table books for the holiday season, Individualism and The Middle is Not Gray. These books are a beautiful summary of Christine's work in 2021, celebrating each unique individual and their wonderful spirit.
When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. Why not let us take that crippling burden off your back? Habish, Habish & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Wickersham Jewelry is rolling out the deals for Black Friday, and they're doing it the whole week. Save 50% on select silver and gemstone jewelry. Tell her you love her to the moon and back. Or choose from gorgeous diamond pendants, starting at only $99. And if you're ready to pop the question, Wickersham's has engagement rings starting at only $2.99. Black Friday week at Wickersham's. If you can dream it, we can make it. Wickersham Jewelry.
One of our biggest sales of the year, the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Get huge savings on our already low prices, up to 50% off. Plus, see what's new, what's in stock, and save 25% on our great accessories.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Thanksgiving travelers across the U.S. are flying in pre-pandemic numbers. The Transportation Security Administration says it screened 2.3 million people at U.S. airports just Wednesday. That makes it the busiest day at security checkpoints since March of 2020, when the pandemic was really just ramping up. It's also more than twice the number of people screened the day before Thanksgiving of last year. The TSA expects to screen more than 20 million people at airport security checkpoints this week for the Thanksgiving holiday. It was a Thanksgiving reunion 2 years in the making. After 24 months of staying away because of COVID-19 precautions, 11-year-old Piper and 8-year-old Alexa of Illinois were finally able to see and hug their grandparents. Their grandpa had a surprise with him, a fluffy white puppy named Rosie. The family's Thanksgiving plans are low-key this year, just spending time together in person, hanging out at home, and baking. It's something this family and many others have not been able to do for some time. For generations, Americans have celebrated Thanksgiving, often with a large meal and showing gratitude. But when did the holiday actually begin? Well, here's a hint. It wasn't the Pilgrims. When we were taught about Thanksgiving in school, we all learned about the harvest feast shared by the Pilgrims and an unnamed American Indian tribe. While a meal was shared, it wasn't the gesture of peace it has been made out to be. In 1621, Mayflower Pilgrims and Wampanoag people did sit down for a 3-day meal. At the time, it was just a routine English harvest celebration, and the Wampanoag joined the Pilgrims because the two groups had an alliance. But that alliance was short-lived. Years later, the Pilgrims started a decades-long war with their indigenous neighbors, ultimately ending in the massacre of the local tribes, including the Wampanoag. So the first Thanksgiving wasn't really a Thanksgiving or a peace gesture after all. It wasn't until 1789 that George Washington proclaimed the first National Day of Thanksgiving. But how did it become the annual recurring national holiday that we know now? Well, a key player in this transition was Sarah Josepha Hale, a magazine editor at the time. You may know her as the author of Mary Had a Little Lamb. In the mid-1800s, she campaigned for 17 years to create a national holiday called Thanksgiving. Fresh off a Civil War victory in 1865, President Abraham Lincoln took her advice. Lincoln thought it would be a good way to build an American identity after the country nearly divided in half. So he declared the last Thursday in November as the National Day of Thanksgiving. By the late 1880s, the concept of a pilgrim-centered Thanksgiving had blossomed in popular books. And that myth made its way into the public education system as a digestible way to learn about the Pilgrims and Thanksgiving. And that myth lives on in popular culture today. My research came from the Smithsonian Magazine and National Geographic. We'll be right back with one final look at your weather after the break.
Stay your way. Play your way. Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg. Win your way.
Think about your job. Now, imagine your new job. It is a possibility. If you're good at what you do, have confidence and drive, maybe it's time to go here. Good jobs need good people, and now's a very good time. Kosurik Automotive has good jobs waiting in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Rhinelander, and the bennies are bountiful. Check it out. It might be your time to fly.
Looking to add warmth to your home with a new gas, wood, pellet, or electric unit? Look no further than Trapper's Fireplace Gallery in Eagle River, carrying the best selection from Heat and Glow, Quadrifire, Simplifier, and Vermont castings. From complete installs to service to maintenance, we have you covered. From the Dahlquist family you've trusted for over 50 years, visit their showroom, Trapper's Fireplace Gallery in downtown Eagle River. Welcome to the family.
Wickersham Jewelry is rolling out the deals for Black Friday, and they're doing it the whole week. Save 50% on select silver and gemstone jewelry. Tell her you love her to the moon and back. Or choose from gorgeous diamond pendants starting at only $99. And if you're ready to pop the question, Wickersham's has engagement rings starting at only $2.99. Black Friday week at Wickersham's. If you can dream it, we can make it. Wickersham Jewelry.
Why choose People's State Bank?
It's just really refreshing to know we've got a hometown bank that is really in our corner and willing to walk with us, whatever we have to walk through. People's State Bank, you are one of our most cherished supporters in this endeavor. Without your support, we couldn't be who we are.
Make Peoples your choice. Stop by a location today or visit us online at bankpeoples.com.
The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade returned this year without a hitch, except for one thing. Disaster was narrowly averted by some quick-thinking balloon handlers as the Wimpy Kid balloon became entangled in tree branches at the start of the parade route. You can see a few branches caught some of the ropes as the large balloon passed by. Crews acted fast, directing the balloon handlers, who were able to lower the balloon and free it before hitting the actual route. Not an easy task though, Jeff. This balloon is 56 feet high, weighs 280 pounds, and requires 90 handlers.
I get it, but there's no wind there today, so the handlers, I think, may have...
So you blame that one on the handlers?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, well, I want to resurrect a quick debate because, you know, what's Thanksgiving without a little argument?
Okay.
So I have two pies for you. This is the apple pie, of course, very famous, and the pumpkin pie. You got to choose one on your Thanksgiving.
Apple. Yes.
But pumpkin, it's just got that classic. Okay, well, whether you're enjoying pumpkin or apple today, the weather, everyone's affected by the weather, Jeff.
Yeah, we're hanging out in the teens out there now. We'll have lows tonight down in the single digits, and then some snow back in the forecast on Saturday. We'll be shoveling that one with like 1 to 3 inch snowfall on the way for us Saturday afternoon.
Thank you for joining us on NBC News Watch 12 at 5. NBC Nightly News will start right now.